Hey everyone, welcome to Trails of Coldsteel 2's epilogue, where last stream we finished... Oh, is the opening gonna play again? No, that was not the plan here. Last stream, we finished Trails Beyond the Horizon, which was emotionally devastating, and now I'm still emotionally devastated. Isn't that fun? What can you do about it, I guess? Nothing at all. Yeah, if someone else wants to talk about that game, I'm all open for that. We'll have to wait like a year or maybe two, depending on how licensing and localization and focus production and every stuff like that goes. But man, Horizon is such a good game. I'm still putting my thoughts into order there because I think narrative-wise it's one of my favorites. But then you have the freaking hacking minigame and some of the bosses just being absolutely horrendous. I don't know why it's so bad. But then you have the ending of the game and you have like this amazing sequence where you have to like fight in space and stuff like that. It's a bit of the rule of cool in less logical sense, but you have also the specifically with the fight with King Gade, but it's really cool. So yeah, as you might have noticed, I took a little break from streaming because I needed a bit of time to just get my thoughts in order, and I think I've done enough of that now, so we should have time now to we should have the ability now to just stream the game for a bit. What is the plan right now? So, I have 3 streams scheduled for this. I don't know how many streams you will actually need, but I have a lot more thumbnails ready in case it's necessary. We're gonna play the epilogue of Coldsteel 2. After that's done, I have the next thing I have riled up is Coldsteel 3 and Professor Layton and the Spectre's Call. So we'll be interswitching between those. I have the thumbnails ready now for both. I expect that I have enough thumbnails for Layton at this point because I have all the way up to thumbnail 6 for the game. And that game is not that long. I have to, I'm not gonna 100% it, I'm just gonna play the narrative, do the puzzles I wanna do, and enjoy that. And after that, we'll just stop the game and it will end there. And we'll be going to Miracle Mask. So, there's that. I have up to the thumbnails for episode stream 15 for Coldsteel 3 as well. So there's that. We only have to see how I'm gonna do that. Like maybe I will be doing 2 Coldsteel streams and 1 Layton stream a week. Maybe I'll just be doing 2 streams in total and then we'll see how that will go. I'm gonna overthink that because I love Trails, but doing only Trails on the channel constantly will eventually burn me out, and that would be really unfortunate because all of them are fun. Even if I don't like Coldsteel 4's narrative, the gameplay is still good. So, that being said, let's start the epilogue, shall we? Let's lower the volume a bit because it's a bit too loud on my end. Also, it's actually pretty close to the date it actually is in universe right now. Imperial Army Base, Twin Dragons Bridge. It's been a while since we've been here. Railway Military Police High-Speed Train Cruiser. Hello, welcome to the stream, one guy. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your name. How are you doing today? And indeed, it's happening. We are finally finishing Coldsteel 2 after I spent like months playing Horizon. Rip. Hi, John. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? That makes sense. Don't worry about it.
Sorry about that, Valimar. Can't imagine it was a very pleasant trip for you, all bound up like that.
It did not present a problem. I will now enter an inactive state and allow the mechanics to perform maintenance.
Thanks. Well then, I'll leave him with you.
Sure thing. We'll take good care of him.
By the way, it's a real honor to be entrusted with the famous Ashen Knight.
I've just finished reflection video for school. Oh, good job, John. Nice.
Welcome back, Reen. You must be exhausted.
Well, hello there, Claire.
Not really. I barely did anything. Everything went off without a hitch, mostly thanks to Valimar's power. Not to mention the planning of your people.
Sean's delivery here is so good. This is really, really good stuff. Ah, it hurts. This is so painful. What's happening again? Oh, so I don't blame you because it's been 2 months. So last time we saw Reen, we did a lot of work trying to save the prince and drag Crow back to school to graduate, but then Duke Cayenne was a piece of shit. Does not feel that long. It has been because I've played Horizon for 2 months. But yeah, Duke Cayenne was a dumbass and threw the prince into a freaking murder machine. So we had to save him from said murder machine, only for Crow to get hit in the chest by said murder machine, which was the exact same spot he also shot Gilead Osborne in Coldsteel 1, and he died. And after he died, it was revealed that Gilead Osborne, the guy he spent like his entire life like trying to get revenge against, was still alive. So he died for absolutely fucking nothing. His life sucks. And then Gilead Osborne was like, "Hey Reen, I am your father, and now I'm going to force you to do my bidding and work for me. And you have absolutely no say in what I'm making you do, whatsoever." And he was forced to help freaking occupy a different nation. So that was terrible. And Reen is extremely angry about this because one, he finally thought he had a place to belong with Class 7, but now he kinda just got forced to do everything he didn't want to do in his life. And Claire is literally like one of Osborne's like second in command people. So obviously he is extremely angry because she didn't tell him, one, that he was his father, and two, that Gilead Osborne was still alive, and somehow, like, no one stopped him from, like, just manipulating everyone. Like, the entire war happened because Osborne died, but he was still alive. So that means that the entire war was useless as well. Because the only reason it even happened, and the reason Osborne let it happen in the first place, is because if the noble faction, which he was working against, lost the war, then they would be weaker than ever. So he could have just stopped the war from happening altogether if he wanted to. He just didn't. So obviously, Green is very angry. For a lot of reasons, as you can imagine.
You're annoyed, I take it, by the way we do things.
Not really. Regardless of the means, the war coming to a swift end was a good thing for everyone. As for what happened to Crossbell, I'm not in any position to talk.
Yeah, unfortunately not, because you were forced to help do that.
No, those aren't what bother me. I can buy that you had no idea Rufus was an Ironblood. But did you really not know about my real father?
I didn't have any hard evidence, but I did suspect that might be the case. You just seemed somehow similar. The air about you, your facial features. I was always puzzled by how fascinated he was by your class as well.
I see. Excuse me then.
And that is how Reen's like, fuck off. I never want to see you again.
That wasn't the only reason I worried about you, you know. Not that I could possibly tell him that.
You have a bad way of showing it, Claire.
I'm behaving like such a child. It's hard to believe it's been a whole month since I was here last. Guess it didn't snow after all. It's not like the excitement of that day has faded away or anything. So why? Why do I feel so cold? Huh?
Lisa is still kind of the canon love interest. You can technically choose all of them, but like, why would you? Because it's the one that they put the most work into. Like, it's possible you don't like Elisa, in which case you obviously don't want to, but, you know.
Lino flowers.
Oh.
Welcome back, Reen.
Hey, Elisa.
Huh?
Welcome back.
What are you doing standing there? It's not like you to wallow in nostalgia. Did the flower...
You all came to see me.
They started budding just yesterday.
I love when the internet crashes, my favorite.
Should be in full bloom in about a week. Guess some of them couldn't wait.
I guess not. It's good to be back, you guys.
Agreed. We're all so happy to see you again.
You must be wiped out after all you did, though.
I'm fine, actually. It really wasn't that tough. Still,
You
did
just
all of
realized
you
something?
really
Oh,
come
boy.
out here just to welcome me back?
Why wouldn't we?
It's not like we second years have any lessons to worry about this time of year.
Besides, I already had to come out here because of Valimar, so I figured I might as well say hi to you too.
Technically, the first years are supposed to be in class right now, but I turned it into a self-study period instead. And that was only possible because everyone's favorite captain told us exactly when you'd be arriving.
Really now? It's nice to see you here too, Celine.
Good question. I don't know.
Well, don't think I went out of my way to be here or anything.
Stop pretending, Celine.
But given the way that you were acting when you left, I was a little worried about you. I
Lol.
mean, I wasn't. Not at all.
You're very bad at acting, Celine. Just give it up at this point.
Still, thanks everyone.
Yeah, we knew Celine could talk. That was that was introduced like the end of coldsteel 1.
So what now? Going back to your dorm for some well-earned rest?
To be fair, not everyone has the same skirt color regardless. If you check Laura's is a different pattern than Miriam's, and Peace isn't even green at all, or bluish at all. It's like a gray, brown like color. I think it just fits.
We can carry your stuff for you if you want.
No, I'm fine. You said that class is in session right now, right? I'm a student, so I might as well attend. I mean, I have been absent for a month now.
Wow, you're no fun at all. We can skip the whole class thing and get to the welcome back party.
Worst teacher in history? Also, like, you see it even clearer now, right? No one has the same color. Like, and if they have basically the same color, they have a different pattern.
I like that idea.
Wait, Crow's dead, right? Yeah. Well, you know that he comes back. That's the thing, right? You saw him in Horizon, but that's another problem that I'm going to be very angry about in a later game. Not right now. That is not a problem for coldsteel 2 to deal with. Although I must admit that it makes coldsteel 2 actively worse in the process. But that's not the fault of coldsteel 2. That's the fault of coldsteel 4 and 3.
Come on, it's party time!
Can I predict? Well, you can try.
Am I the only one who cares about studying at this school?
Not necessarily. I was literally the one saying I wanted to join the class. But you know, I feel you there, Bach, yes.
Well, maybe we can hold the party tonight instead.
Yeah, maybe.
In that case, we should probably head back to the academy.
Oh, and I know I said it before, but it's wonderful to have you back.
Thanks. I'm happy to be back, Elisa.
Whoever you select as the romance option will have this line, and it's kind of cool that they did voice it, because there's like a lot of alternative options there. Epilogue: Winter's End.
I'll never forget those days. The final weeks we spent together as a class are like dazzling jewels forever etched into my memories. I cherished every last moment. I never wanted it to come to an end. But time stops for no one. The minutes and hours kept passing, and our days together were slowly coming to a close. After what happened, Balflame Palace soon returned to its original form. It was almost as if everything that took place there was some sort of dream. People's memories of that day started becoming vague. Many were convinced it was some kind of collective hallucination.
What platform am I playing on again? I am playing on the Steam PC version. It's also on GOG.
That may have been in part a result of the chaotic days that followed, brought about by the Chancellor and Rufus. After the war, the entire country feared that Calvard would invade Crossbell and try to take it for its own. Using that to his advantage, Rufus quickly convinced the nobility to support him, pledged to cooperate with the Chancellor. And in January 1205, the combined forces of both Imperial and Provincial armies invaded Crossbell. Crossbell no longer possessed the weapon of mass destruction that had annihilated Gorelia Fortress. Thanks to that, the city was occupied in a mere day, with no bloodshed.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, John.
Calvard was quick to react, sending countless airships to try and drive the Imperial forces out. However, between Rufus's leadership and the combined might of the tanks and soldats under his command, they were quickly repelled. As for me, Chancellor Osborne's words became the reality. Valimar and I were heralded as those responsible for Heimdall's liberation.
Oh, is it coming to the mic? I was eating in the background, yeah. So, yeah. I had soup. Sorry if it's a disturb. It's annoying. Sorry about that.
And as the purported hero to the nation, I'd received and accepted a request in February to back up our forces in Crossbell.
Makes sense. Yeah, I always have something to drink with me because it makes it easier to keep my throat not getting too dry when I keep talking, and which for these games is often because most of the game is unvoiced. However, from this sequence on, it's mostly entirely voiced, except for some optional dialogue that isn't.
It was there that I found myself suddenly leading numerous soldats and fighting off the Republican army. Before I knew it, everyone around me was referring to me as the Ashen Chevalier. Time kept flowing, and mid-March came.
We are
a month in which
close
Class
to the end,
7
yes.
would finally say their goodbyes.
We have this epilogue sequence and then one final dungeon. Unfortunately for everyone,
and
that dungeon
brings
is really
our
long.
history review right up to the dawn of the modern era.
Dun, dun, dun. Second period history.
Next week, we'll be covering the 50-year period from the Orbital Revolution up to the present day. We're blowing through this material a lot more quickly than I would otherwise, so try to keep up with your reading. Oh, and Emma and Machias, if you see anyone struggling, try to help them out, okay?
Goofy glasses. Well, we'll see how goofy he really is later on. We'll see about that.
Fully intend to.
Leave it to us. I've got plenty of good reference books on the subject.
That would be very helpful, actually.
Sounds like a pain. Oh well.
I do happen to have a few gaps in my knowledge of the Revolution.
I should be able to help out with the technological side of things if you guys need it. I'm guessing we're gonna run into that Schmidt guy's name a lot too.
Gosh darn it. Can we forget about Professor Schmidt? I hate Professor Schmidt. He's a terrible person and an extremely annoying character. I hate him so much.
Well, he was one of the 3 leading disciples of Professor Epstein, so yeah.
It'll feel strange seeing his name in textbooks, knowing how he is in real life.
I suspect, Mark uses that it won't be strange at all because you're like, oh yeah, that figures, that sounds like him, again.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to think we were able to meet him though.
Amazing? Is that what you described that as, Irene? To me it sounds like traumatic. But, you know... The asshole, yeah, exactly. Third period, mathematics. Is this gonna be unvoiced? Probably.
All right.
No,
like
not
I
either.
said, I'll be giving a quiz next week on everything we've covered up to now. Which means it'll cover quadratic functions, factorizations, sets, logic, and probability. Oh, and if I'm feeling really mean, there might be a little calculus in there. So, study for this one.
That's a lot.
That is another one I can just screenshot forever, and we just have this access to this one line so that I can use it for
I'm getting
things.
depressed just thinking about it.
I do not like math either. Math is not one of my good subjects. I totally didn't have like extra lessons every Monday for years for math, and even then I only got graded 6s out of 10 constantly. That was not my favorite. Though to be fair, English was also a very bad subject of mine, and I had to practice like 2 days a week for extra for that. And also got only 6s for that as well. Fortunately, that has changed quite significantly over time.
Sounds more like he's reciting some kind of curse.
Curses, you say, Fee? How very interesting.
It is all material we've covered in class before, you know.
It'll be worth going over the most basic formulas at the very least.
Yeah, I did get a high grade. I remember you saying you got a high grade for English. Yeah, eventually. That was in college. Not in high school. In high school it was like 5s or 6s and it was it. But then at some point I had a podcast about Harry Potter I wanted to listen to, and it was in English, and I was like, oh, I know the books from heart. Like from heart, and I mean with from heart, I knew exactly every line from the books from memory in the Dutch version, so I could just listen to the podcast and I knew what they were talking about, and that's how my English has gotten a lot better over time. Not flawless, but I get by for the most part, I would say.
That sums up this lecture on the structure of the stock market in Erebonia.
What's Harry Potter in Dutch? Well, it's just Harry Potter. Except you pronounce it slightly differently. Instead of it being Harry Potter, it's Harry Potter. It's basically the same thing. But the Dutch version of Harry Potter does change a lot of names of characters and terminology, which is... I personally think the names are pretty good. Instead of it being Ron Weasley, it becomes Ron Wemel. Hermione Granger gets changed entirely to Hermeline Griffel. Albus Dumbledore is changed to Albus Perkamentus. Hogwarts is changed to Zwijnstein. There's a lot of changes like that. The Dutch version is very good, and I really like the Dutch translation. Often names are just better, and I have the benefit of also having a very good audiobook version of all of them. It's really cool. Yeah, of course. Of course you have stock classes about stocks.
Next week,
That's fair.
we will hurry on and study unemployment and inflation problems.
Oh, great. That's totally what I needed in my video game. To be fair, the entirety of Trails is like a lot of economics and a lot of psychology. There's a lot of
Also
shit.
going to be taking part in a debate on those issues. So make sure each of you are well prepared.
Freaking Vice Principal Heinrich. No one likes you, by the way. He's an annoying piece of shit.
What kind of debate?
A debate, Fee.
A debate. It's when people are divided into groups for and against something, then they argue their viewpoints.
Arts and music.
After much consideration, I've decided we will use our remaining time to listen to and enjoy music from all manner of genres. From famous classics to popular modern music, I've gathered records of all kinds for you to enjoy. I even managed to borrow music from a hot new genre like heaving metal, I believe it's called. Oh, I wonder what that sounds like.
Oh no. Just because, fair enough.
Nice work, guys.
Thanks, Sarah. Been a while. Homeroom.
You poor kids must be exhausted. Feels like all your other instructors are dead set on cramming your brains with as much material as humanly possible.
I want to crawl into a hole and die.
that's another one I can just have. I can have an infinite amount of screenshots of. I'm gonna crawl into a hole and die.
You said it.
Still, this is exactly how we wanted it.
Right. They're doing it for our sake, so I don't mind it so much.
There's no way we could cover everything in class, so it's sweet of them to give us the bullet points while they still can.
It's paying off for us in the long run, yeah, so we owe them a lot.
Here you go. Okay. I will look at that later, John.
Forcing you to try and keep up with us is a little unfair of us, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do all of this again next year.
Are you sure you're fine with this arrangement?
Of course. This is to my benefit, too.
Is it though, Reen? You're literally going to have to leave all your friends behind. I absolutely hate this. It sucks.
If I get all of this crammed into my head now, maybe I can even come out on top on next year's midterms.
Well, that's some confidence.
I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did it, though.
He did come in 7th in the midterms this year, remember?
I'm probably just being too optimistic.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Who was your favorite in Coldsteel 2 again? Ooh, that's hard. There's so many good characters. I do really like Alyssa. I do really like Fee. Fee is really cool. Towa's nice. Reen is always good, always fun. Then you have like NPC characters that are minor. Like I like Vivi and her sister quite a bit. They are kind of cool, but they are not very important for the narrative.
Guess we'll know for sure next year.
Anyway, tomorrow's
Where
the
the fuck
day
is
you've all been
Anton?
waiting
Good
for.
question. Who
Your
knows?
next free day. I know you've got enough schoolwork to choke a horse, but try to carve out a little time for your clubs and all that youthful jazz. The forecast for tomorrow is clear blue skies. Might be the perfect chance to sneak off and get into some ooh la la with that special someone.
And truly, you teach us all by living your life as a shining counterexample.
Spoken like a true lifetime member of the Lonely Hearts Club, instructor.
Hey! I'll have you know that there are plenty of guys who would do anything for a private lesson with yours truly.
Never say that again in your life.
But if that many men are interested in you, how can you spend so much time drinking alone in your room?
I think the polite thing to do here is just smile and nod.
If you keep setting your sights on guys like Laura's dad, you might as well just buy a couple cats and get it over with.
Oh, they are ruthless. Facing.
It does seem like she's fighting an uphill battle to find a good match.
Just you wait, guys. In 2 weeks, when you see the hordes of chiseled, elegant gents draped over me, we'll see who has the last laugh.
He's like, sure. In your dreams, I guess.
Time really does fly. It's hard to believe our last free day is tomorrow.
Yeah, it felt like we still had more time.
For me, it feels like it's been ages since I last had one.
I suppose it would. Were you able to rest up at all while you were away?
Not really. It was basically work, work, work the whole time. I did get taken into Crossbell City during what time off I did have, but I can't say I felt very comfortable there.
I'm sure. Indeed. That must have been more painful than anything.
To the people of Crossbell, we Erebonians are aggressors. I can hardly imagine they would welcome us with open arms.
Hello? Oh, is the audio fixed now?
That doesn't sound like it'd stop Lecter from living it up over there, though.
Missing one red shirt. Yeah, we sure are. It's someone called Crow.
He did take me to a casino once, actually. He won so much, he might as well have been cheating.
He probably did.
Shocking.
It always feels like people who like gambling really like it, huh?
And that's how everyone got a freaking gambling addiction. The end.
So, does anyone have anything planned for our free day? Remember, it's the very last one, so make it count. We wouldn't want to end the day with any regrets.
True enough. Although, I wonder if I'd end the day regretting that it has to end in the first place if we made it too much fun.
I've got so much that I want to do, I'm not sure where to start. I know I want to attend practice, at least.
Oh, same. I've got to go taste test some new dishes for the cooking club, plus Kershus has a new menu up, and...
How many stomachs do you have?
Will you be helping the student council tomorrow, Reen?
That's the plan. It sounds like Toa will finish handing all her work over to the others today, but they're bound to be busy. So I thought it'd be nice to take some of it off their hands, whether they like it or not.
Ah, Reen, ever the reliable gopher.
That's a very you response.
If there's anything we can help with, let us know, okay?
The humor in this game is so good. Yeah, it is. It does really help that we have a very good localization for this game, and it's really helpful.
Well, I guess I better get going. I could go straight to the student council room, but it's my first time back in over a month, so it would be nice to take a walk. Maybe I should go and see how Valamar's doing too.
Reen?
What's up?
Nothing, really. I just wanted to spend a little more time with you.
Well, I'd love that too, but are you sure you can afford to? I mean, you have that meeting with the lacrosse club about tomorrow, don't you?
I know, but that can wait. Right now, I just want to be with you for as long as I can. Please?
Well, how can I say no to a cute face like yours? Nothing would make me happier.
Yeah, she has been in the lacrosse club since coldsteel 1. It wasn't for long, but we two of them were happy simply passing the time together. When the time came to part ways, they said their goodbyes just outside the classroom. Classes are now over for today, and you can walk around the academy grounds freely. After visiting the building accessible through the engineering building and speaking to Toa and the student council room, the story will advance. Yep, they are dating. At least in this game. You can change characters' costume by selecting the costumes you want to use in the costume part of the equip section of the camp menu. If no costume has been selected, the character's outfit will change automatically over the course of the story. Why do you tell me this in the first place? What the... Huh? Hello. Been a while. To tell you the truth, I've been feeling kinda jealous of your class lately. I mean, I know things are rough for you, and your classes are way harder than anyone else's, but you all just seem like you were having so much fun together and nothing ever gets you down. Looks so nice. Go find Anton now! I don't think he's here, unfortunately. Oh yeah, did you hear about the flea market? They're doing over in the auditorium tomorrow. Melinda and I have just gotta go see what you've got. Anton is one of the fan favorites, to be fair. You're not alone in that. Oh yeah, let me open the Neo Secret Guide for Trails of Coldsteel 2, so that we have I need to make sure that we don't accidentally miss any quests here. That's not the plan. Epilogue. March 12, okay. Imperial Chronicle General Store and the student building. Okay, so we need to talk to the that one professor with the ugly glasses. We need to find him somewhere. Where is he? I don't think anyone expected the trouble in Crossbell to come to an end so quickly. It just goes to show the sort of things Chancellor Osborne is capable of. It is like I just joke. I like him for the name and the meme value. Fair. It just goes to show. Of course, attributing that solely to him would be ignoring all of your hard work. Hardly. I did what I was told. Green, try not to let your spirit sink, okay? As hard as it may be. Try not to let this world to bring you down, okay? I'm sure everything will work out. Idiots are always watching over us, after all. I've decided to join the military hand in the Imperial Army after I graduate. I want a career that gives me the chance to show people the strength of music and where better to show strength than in the military. It'll let me put the skills I've picked up at the academy to use too. I had to pick a new head for the wind orchestra a while back, so obviously I put my name forward. But everyone voted for Bridgie. She didn't even volunteer to be a candidate in the first place. I wanted to do. I wonder why nobody voted for me. What a mystery. Exactly. Oh well, I'm sure Bridgie will make it for a great leader. It's not like things are going to be going really well with Island 2. Uncle Markov and Instructor Mary could stand to learn a thing or two from them. You know about the flea market tomorrow, right? Well, the wind orchestra is going to be performing on the auditorium stage in the afternoon for a little background music. And it's just one fun thing after another at the doors, isn't it? Hello. I received a job offer from the Sumerian Railroad Corporation, so that's where I'll be working after graduation. They're going to be introducing something called a buffet car to certain trains apparently, and they want my help with it. I certainly didn't see myself working for a train company, but traveling the country concocting new dishes sounds like a dream. It'll give me a chance to see how this nation is shifting from variety of places too. Why is that leak so long? What? What leak? The Sumerian Railroad Corporation offered me a job, so I decided to take it. It's kind of sad to think that my time in this club's coming to an end, though. I suppose that's a life. Millions to come to think of it. She seems happy enough on the outside, but I wonder how she feels deep down. Weird to think tomorrow's the last free day of the year. Gonna have to go exploring. And start drawing a map and planning out the day now. I don't want to waste a single hour. If I've only got one last day to explore, I'm gonna make sure I see everything there is to see around here. Starting with that cool sounding flea market they're doing in the auditorium. Hey, there they are. Hey, Fifi. I brought Lindy some of the flowers I grew in the gardening club to use as a model for her painting. Do you want some too? They smell super sexy like me. A good sniff of them will cheer you up in no time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do appreciate the thought, but I think I'm good on flowers for now. But Lindy some of the flowers, but who want to paint some Lucy flowers when they have a pretty Fifi just waiting to pose for them? Her loss. I'll be taking over Clara's position as head of the art club once she graduates. Not that I feel like I'm up to the task, but that won't stop me from trying. I can't live in fear of overstepping my comfort zone. Not with you all doing what you're doing. I still don't feel like I'm quite ready to take over the art club, but if I don't do it, nobody will. I can't live in fear of stepping out of my comfort zone forever, can I? I wasn't able to figure out why painting felt so empty to me this past month. Probably because you paint nothing? Your canvas is always empty? Whatever. I wasn't able to figure out. Okay. Well, not until you came back all of a sudden. Then this is completely gone. Clearly, I like your company. Yeah, I'll look at that later, John. Clara always says that painting reflects the heart of their artist. Looks like she was absolutely right. Let's check the thing you sent me. Oh yeah, I see it. Person in the front looks goofy. Yes, he does. Painting really reflects, but can only paint when you're around. I'm in for some rough times. Yeah, no kidding there. Extenuating circumstances have led me to opening an exhibition, Heimdall. More specifically, our club advisor took the liberty of showing off of the piece I made during the war to everyone she could. Now I've got people saying they want to become my sponsors or some garbage like that. None of that matters to me. I just wish they'd shut up and let me work. Well, I suppose it's not all bad. They're offering me an awful lot of money apparently. I can use that to set up my own atelier. Away from anyone who would try to talk to me and distract me from my work. Both students and the instructors seem to so restless right now. Not that comes as a surprise, Whether they stay at Taurus or go elsewhere, they'll have a brand new environment to adapt to. But new beginnings are part of the nature of spring, and that's not a bad thing. I guess that makes sense. Spring is around the corner. Yeah. Huh? I would have thought you'd be back in your dormitory by now to get everything in order for tomorrow. As you're here, there's one thing I would like you to ask you. How far is Arkansas over in Crossbell? You should know after your recent venture. I can say I didn't really get a chance to see what they were up to. Wish could have though. Maybe next time. Reasonable. I was just worried as to Risha and Mao's well-being. We'll see eventually. There have been rumors of late that the group's star performer has been gravely injured, and it is in the process of recovery. Been worried that her absence may be placing additional stress on Risha. Forget I said anything. You wouldn't think he was such a devoted fan just looking at him. I wonder how he'd react if I told him that I think I actually ran into her and fought her too. Actually, I probably shouldn't tell him about the whole fighting thing, and I can hardly believe it happened myself. I do suggest that you try to return to your dormitory very soon to get some rest for tomorrow. I want to be terrible ways to spend your final free day of the year too tired to be productive. The sunset is beautiful tonight, isn't it? The lino flowers have started blooming throughout town as well. I suppose you could say they are getting ready to see everyone off as they take the next step in their lives. Well, no matter what you think the flowers are up to, try to make your last free day worthwhile and stay out of harm's way. The lino flowers are That's freaking Heinrich again. Yeah, never mind. I don't care. Well, you've been back for 3 whole days now. People finally stopped hounding you with these questions. Thought you were hardly at the moment, but pleased at first. Well, everyone knew where I'd been. The whole country knows. That's if the Chronicle running those stories about me. I don't blame them for being curious. It's one of those things you'll probably just have to get used to, at least as long as you're a hero in the public eye. Hey, give it back, John! Stealing is not allowed! Don't think about it too much. Be sure to make good use of tomorrow, both for yourself and for those who no longer can. Thanks, I will. Alright, time to get back to work. I want to get all this boring stuff done so I can hit the town tomorrow. I should probably get in touch with Tova and Miles to take on a few things too. I think it's wonderful that you're all resolved to do what is best for you, rather than following the path and life set out for you. You're taking your lives into your own hands and forging new trails. Haha! Making it through the war has clearly had a positive effect on you, all of you. Why, hello, Reen. How goes your studying? I'd be more than happy to help you if you're having any sort of trouble. Thank you for the offer, but I think I'll be alright. I've got the Makias and Emma support system keeping me on the ball. If that offer extends to next year, though, I'm sure I'll be taking you up on it then. Oh, by all means, nothing in this world makes me happier than lending a hand to students in need. Oh, and by the way, I've pretty much finished decoding those black records you gave me. As much as it pains me, you can't take them off my hands. You have? Received decoding reports. There's some fascinating stuff in there if I do say so myself. Be sure to look them over if you have the time. Right. But can you believe the academy year's close to its end? I'd just love to see it off with a big old party, wouldn't you? I think you're onto something there. I'm really curious about the report you just gave me. I have to look it over when I get back to the dorm. It's so hard to get everyone together in one place now, though. Instructor Nihon is always busy with his army duties too. Also drills! I hear drills! I would have just loved to ray out the school year with a big party, but perhaps it just wasn't meant to be. We'll be reading that later, because this is important stuff that we got. There's Heinrich again. Hello, Principal Van Dyke. Ah, but isn't Reen Schwarzer. Allow me to give you my belated congratulations on your incredible work over in Crossbell. Though it does break my heart that such a heavy burden should fall to a student such as yourself. Don't feel bad, sir. I was the one who chose to accept the Crossbell and government's request after all. Besides, it wouldn't do me any good to run away from this. The role I've been given is difficult, but I see it through to the end. I ended up meeting some interesting people over there too. I have no regrets. Then I shall only say one more thing. I'm sure your days ahead will be full of hardships. Be sure not to lose sight of yourself as you face them. That's all the advice I can give you. Thank you, sir. General Van Dyke was my superior back when I was in the army. As such, I'm planning on granting you a bit of additional assistance. Something wrong, Schwarzer? No, sir, not at all. I'd be surprised if Principal Van Dyke knew something. But now that the time to start asking. Now it's not the time to start asking. I'm sure that many hardships lie in store for you, but never lose sight of yourself as you struggle to overcome them. That's all the advice I can give you for now. The flea market tomorrow is a joint project between the merchants of Trista and some volunteers this year. Volunteer pursuers. Gonna be quite the occasion. Sounds just about right for the last 3 days of the year, if you ask me. I'll be there to see it for sure. Great. Let's go to the student union building next. Hi. Apparently you sell new stuff. Oh no, it's you. You're the one who sells new stuff. Oh yeah, I'll be passing the second year training regimen down to you tomorrow. It's crazy hard, but you're ready for it, aren't you, Jimmy? Hell, give me hell, yeah? Hell, of course. Barrett has been working really hard to take up the role of captain now that we're leaving. He might hit a rough patch for patch or two along the way, but it's good to know I can graduate very free now. Tomorrow's going to be Emily and Teresa's final day as a member of the lacrosse club, which means it's one of the last days we'll really get to spend time with them. Better make the most of it. Yeah. We don't have much time left to spend with Emily and Teresa, but we'll have to wring every last drop of fun out of what we can. I have been appointed the new captain of the Academy Lacrosse Club. My name is a Florhold. I will do a stellar job of fulfilling the numerous duties that come with the title. Though perhaps bringing my rivalry with Elisa to its conclusion by the end of the month will take precedence for now. Move on, next issue. What should we be done about inviting new members of the club next month? PR will be establishing major new air fleets soon, you know. So Emily and I are going to sign up. You can't imagine how well Father took the news, but we managed to talk him around to the idea. Emily's already fired up at the thought of being an officer like Captain Claire one day. Anger induced already from what I hear. Not much, but it's a start. I'll probably used to way more in the future though we might even end up with soldat related classes thanks to it. Kinda makes me feel like I'm graduating too soon. Inside I don't know how you feel, but I think we should just believe in the first year now. They've grown a lot since their first day. They'll be fine. Sorry about. Oh God! Ugh. I suppose that's true. I hardly believe tomorrow will be our final free day here at the academy. Maybe I should show my face in the salon at some point. Try not to end it with any regrets, okay? I just sneezed. Oh well. Been eventful 2 years here, but fun 2 years nonetheless. Look at me getting all down like this, so when it's over, we've still got time to enjoy yet. Even if the stupid drill, like, can it end? It would be very cool if it could just not be there. Oh, are you still writing Yuri stories? Or not Yuri, no. I don't remember what that genre was called, but whatever. I actually was a little lost about what to do once I graduate, but my heart is finally set on becoming a writer. That's why I've been submitting my work to every literary magazine I can find. Literature is an important part of our culture, so I don't want a war to ever make us lose sight of that. And if I can do that through a profession I love, well, that's even better. I've been submitting my work to all sorts of different literary magazines, hoping to become a published author. Shockingly, none of them have been terribly keen on my work so far. Not that it worries me. You know what they say? The best cure for downtrodden heart is beautiful romance between the purest of boys. Haha! God damn it. You feeling any better now? I mean, endless ocean of work aside. Honestly, work's not all that bad. It's kind of nice to get back to mundane after a long way. I think my time in Crossbell helped me realize what's important to me, like spending time with everyone here. If you say so. Just don't forget to rest up. Knowing you'll be busy again soon enough. Sitting in the clubroom as the sun sets, reading and writing with Dorothy, I really love times like these. I hardly realized just how much until I recently, truth be told. It's kind of sad to think that come next month you'll all be memory. I already know that I realized how I've come to love the literature club. Even I spent most of my time evading Dorothy's attempts to turn me on her favorite genre, I'll really miss it. Scary just how fast the time has gone. I'm sorry that I couldn't accept your request though. Oh, don't worry about it. By the sound of it, there will be only one chess club next year anyway. For both the upper and lower class students to use. Live your life how you want it. I couldn't ask anything else. Thank you. I can't believe Marcus and I have known each other for an entire year now. Time really flies. All the late nights we spent together betting it out over the chessboard. Just the thought makes me all emotional. Oh come on, there's nothing to cry about. I can't believe Marcus We're lucky to have been students here. Not only did we get great classmates, but we got great second years too. And I'm including Crow in that. Oh yeah, my brother has finally got back from Crossbell. He just showed out of nowhere back home. It was a big deal though, given how long he's been out of touch. 98 speed, is that good? I don't. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's very good for certain characters. Like if you have a good evasion tank, it would be helpful. He just showed out of nowhere back home. It was a big deal though, given how long he's been out of touch. I was out fishing and missed the whole thing. Sounds about right. Seems like there's been a change in the ecology of fishing sports all over Erebonia in the past few months. Which is a fancy way of saying my old fishing strategies don't work anymore and I've got to think of new ones. At least that's fun to do. Oh, we're literally running out of save slots. Dear God. Sounds like someone's talking inside. Oh, and about next year's entrance ceremony? Don't worry, I've got all the arrangements sorted out. Excuse me, could you stamp this for me, please? Hold on just a sec, I'll be right there. Sounds really busy. Probably go and check in on the engineering club first. Stupid drills! I hate them so much. I don't care, you don't have a name, so therefore you're irrelevant. Ian, I hope you're ready for the flea market tomorrow. I'm gonna outsell you so hard you'll have no choice but to admit I'm the better merchant. Becky, if you're only now declaring war, you've already lost. Any merchant worth his salt would have known the battle started the moment the market was announced. They'd overestimate you again. Keep at it, mate. You'll be laughing for long. Won't be laughing for long. Gonna wait to wipe that smug look of your face tomorrow. Think about time I've proved something to her once and for all. That my knowledge of marketing theory is nearly perfect. A purchase like hers stand absolutely no chance against it. That's the Union building, but that's not where I wanted to be. We need to go to the Academy Engineering building, right? Yeah. Also, I want to find P. I assume you're here? Yeah, that sounds about right. Hello. Flowers inside all our of our hearts have been bitter days, but there's nothing to worry about. I'm sure that spring warm grass will thaw them out and return them to normal. The flowers inside all. The new seeds we planted have finally started to sprout. However, it'll be a while before we get to see any flowers though. I was hoping I'd actually have the chance to raise these ones myself, but it wasn't meant to be. The new seeds we planted just wasn't meant to be, yeah. You freaking Margarita. Where in the world could my bloom have disappeared to? Most men would be glued to the arm of the fiancés as looked as I am. Vincent must just be feeling shy. There's not much time until he graduates though. I'll have to find him so we can spend his final hours outdoors together. Margarita, you're creepy as shit. Can you just stop? Oh, it's you, Schwarzer. It's true you're going to be helping the student council again tomorrow. I would have imagined one in your position would take the opportunity to rest, but I suppose that's just not your way. Yeah, for better or worse, that's just how I am. How's things back at home, by the way? I've heard that things are still kind of chaotic over in this Sutherland province. So it seems. It's certainly keeping my father busy. Celestin will be returning home to help him, so I imagine he'll be able to stay on top of things, but... What is it to you? How my family is faring? You have enough to worry about as things stand. Well, I have no shortage of course to settle with you, so I'd appreciate if you get back to being your old self. So yeah, Patrick, you almost forgot he existed. Exactly. Otherwise, I'll simply end up speeding ahead of you before you know it. Come next month. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Instead of going home, I graduate, I plan on going on a little journey. I weighed all of my options, and this one stood well above the rest. I'm curious to see how far my swordsmanship can take me, so if nothing else, it should be a very interesting experiment. I decided to ask Loggins to join me as well, so let's see how he replies. Looks like I'm finally able to go see to toe with Patrick. Guess I got all Bridget's support over the year to thank for that. But these aren't my laurels to rest on. A good boyfriend aims higher to make sure that he can always keep his girlfriend safe. No worries, I get where you are coming from. Need to go now. Well, see you around then, John. Oh, this creep. But you're gonna race? Better get snapping now. Oh, for love, for heaven's sake. And this is why this swimming club is the best club. God damn it. Nothing but well-rounded photo opportunities, one after another. Rest in peace, Rax. The war photographer, we hardly knew you. Oh, that's great. Huh? Just look at them. You can tell they have grown a lot over the past year. I've got to make sure the photo is captured that is right. Just prepare to die. Just I'm gonna just tell them real quick that having to race against Laura is a little panic-inducing, sure, but I can't let that put me off trying. I won't get better if I never push myself. Ever since I've known Laura, she's been helping me grow. I can't let myself get complacent now. Not after all of the faith and time she spent on me. Then let our race begin. I expect nothing short of your best. Of course. It's a true joy to see the strides Monica made since she first started with swimming. People are like water, always shifting away, churning even when they look calm on the surface. I have no doubt plenty of what's happening beneath the surface for her. I've been chosen as the next riding club captain. Can't help but feel like Lucius would be the right person for the job though, so it's my responsibility now. So I'm gonna do an even better job than he would. I owe nearly as much to the writing club this year as I do to our class. My time at storage wouldn't have been nearly as interesting if I hadn't joined and consider myself lucky to have done so. Happy to hear that. From what I understand, my brother owes you a lot for what you've done during your stay in Crossbell. Wouldn't say that. While I was there, I saw the existence of his political skills over and over again as well. I feel like I only know just how much he's capable of. In both good ways and bad, I assume. No, I knew him just like I thought I knew my father, but in the end they were both strangers to me. Sorry, Eustace. Oh, enough about me. I just wish he could have seen this duty as one of the Academy's directors through to the end of the year, that's all. This year has been a hectic one, that's for sure. I just wish my brother could have seen this position and as an Academy director to the end of it. I have my heart set on joining the Imperial Cavalry after graduation. We live in rapidly changing times, but that only makes it more important for me to chart Erebonia's path as both a noble and as a soldier. Besides, this provides me an opportunity to put my torch education to good use. Lesson I learned from the Civil War too. Why did I come to this conclusion, you ask? I suppose it was Eustace's influence and that of a dearly dependent fellow on second year.
Oh.
Hey there, Rain.
Hi, Angie. How are you doing?
Looks like someone's done with class for the day.
Yep, just got out. Wait, is that?
Yep, Angie's brand new bike.
We started building it for you, but then we had a change of heart. I just couldn't tear you away from your current ride after you'd grown so attached.
Now I feel bad, considering I pretty much did just that to you. Your new one's got a pretty cool design, though.
Don't get too jealous. Specs are pretty much the same as yours. Well, before Angie tunes it up and adds her custom gear for distance riding, that is.
But distance riding would mean... You're planning on going off on some big journey, aren't you?
10 points to Rain. I just felt like it was time for me to go out and see the world for myself. My martial arts teacher did the same thing once, so I'm sure it'll be a valuable experience for me. The plan for now is to travel through the entirety of Zemuria.
That's
wow, that's a lot.
Not a very specific plan, and a pretty sizable journey.
You can say that again. I have no idea where she finds the energy.
Oh, really now? Your plan to visit the continent's most famous engineering factories is pretty much exactly the same thing.
You really think so?
I take it you'll be leaving Erebonia for a while too, George?
Seems that way. First stop's the Burl and ZCF. Always wanted to see it. After that, I got my heart set on a trip to the Epstein Foundation over in Lamont State. While I'm at it, I think it'd be nice to pay a visit to the Verne Company in Calvert, too.
Will you even be able to get into Calvert at this point?
Hey, I didn't say it'd be easy, but I think I can pull some strings.
Like Professor Schmidt.
The real reason for this trip is to figure out what I can do as an engineer to help smooth over our international relations. Meeting the continent's finest engineers and discussing things with them should really help get the ball rolling on that.
You've thought that far ahead. That's really admirable. I hope you can find a way to make that happen. Even though I feel kind of hypocritical saying that, as someone who participated in the war.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Reen.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. That was your only option, given the way the Chancellor set things up.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Your actions actually helped us avoid an even longer, more brutal war.
But Angie's right. You played a role that no one else could have. Just think, if things kept going the way they were going, we could have been at war with all of Crossbell. I don't even want to imagine the number of lives that would have been lost if you hadn't stepped in the way you did.
Of course, us telling you whether or not you should feel guilty doesn't matter. It all comes down to you facing your own feelings over what you did. But there's one thing we'd like you to remember as you do. You're not alone, Rain. You've got friends who understand why you did what you did.
Sometimes I wonder how I was lucky enough to get such good ones. Thanks, you guys. This really helps.
Don't mention it. On a completely different note, why don't you pay Valimar a visit while you're here? You spared no expense making sure he'd be nice and cozy in there.
I think I will. But not to discredit your coziness efforts or anything, but he seems fine no matter where I leave him.
Well, aren't you a sweet chevalier? Maybe I'll check in on him in a bit too.
You can imagine that my father wasn't exactly thrilled with my decision, but he gave in eventually. I suppose I should be grateful for having such an understanding father and such a hard head. There's no telling when I'll be back, but I guarantee that I'm even more awe-inspiring than I am now. Oh, and the stories I'll have to tell you have got a lot to look forward to. A tour of mine is not gonna be easy with the international climate the way it is, but I'm still excited to get started. I'm going to learn a ton about the technology, about how nations, culture affects its people and its engineers. I can't wait. I just hope seeing all that stuff helps me figure out what I should be doing with my future too. Knight saw that storage area.
Hey Valimar, how you holding up?
Relatively comfortably. My ability to self-repair means that maintenance is not mandatory, but I expect it will increase my operating efficiency.
Glad to hear it. This is going to be our new home base for the time being, so you can get in as much maintenance as you need. I'm gonna need you a lot in the days ahead, Valimar.
I will strive to meet your expectations.
Something wrong?
Not as such. I thought I sensed something unusual, but it must have been my imagination.
You really are getting to be scarily human these days, you know? What was it you sensed, though?
I am unsure. It may have simply been a fluctuation in the earth veins below us. Similar fluctuations are hardly abnormal.
Well, if you don't think it's anything worth worrying about, I'll try and put it out of my mind. If you sense anything strange in the future, though, let me know, okay? You can tell me telepathically was the word, right?
Indeed. I shall use it to inform you should I sense anything is amiss.
Be at ease, Reen. I shall inform you of impending danger should anything be amiss. This is an ideal opportunity for you to rest and recover from your missions. Use it as you see fit. Time is a valuable thing which cannot be reserved. Thank you, I'll try to take it easy then. You needn't thank me. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Anyway. That was that. No, I just want... Oh, gosh darn it. Come on. It isn't working when I want it to work, and it is working when I don't want it to work. That's great. Why is this happening? Okay. Is anyone talking now? I guess the meeting must be finished. Anyway, able to see her now. There's definitely someone in there, but there's no response. Excuse me, I'm coming in.
Yep, I knew it. No wonder she fell asleep. She must have been really busy getting everything sorted out for the spring. Makes me remember finding her like this over in the computer room. Oh, right. I probably shouldn't look too much or she'll get mad when she wakes up.
Angie, George, Crow. Rain? What are you doing in my room? Wait, this is the student council room. I must have fallen asleep.
Sorry for coming in without permission. I did knock, though.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault for dozing off like this. Why do you always have to keep finding me like that? I hope you weren't looking at me while I was sleeping again.
I did try to look as little as possible.
Well, if you say so. Is something the matter? You're not looking too well.
No, I'm fine. Maybe the light streaming in through the window is making me look off color? I feel fine, really.
Come with me.
What's this all about?
I know that you're a boy and all, and I do think that you've grown a lot during your year here. No, I probably shouldn't even call you a boy anymore. You're a grown man now, but... that doesn't mean you always have to stand and endure everything life throws your way. Okay? If it gets too much, it's alright to sit down and let it all out. Whether you're a boy or a grown man doesn't change that. It's okay, Reen.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I promised I'd bring him back. I promised I'd make him graduate with you, but I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You did everything you could. You made sure he knew how we all felt. And you let all of us know how he really felt too. So, don't get so worked up about it. Okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to see me like that.
Well, I guess we're even then. Not like I jump for joy every time you catch me sleeping.
Have you finished getting everything ready for the next student council now, by the way?
Yep, my days of being president are almost done. The first years taking over are really smart, though. I barely had to teach a thing in the end.
Still, it must have been hard work getting through it all. You're going on a tour of various NGOs after graduation, right?
Yep. The plan's to take a year to visit NGOs in lots of different fields. After that, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably join either the army or something related to the government, I suppose.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd both love to have you. There's no chance either one would say no to you. Especially since taking a year off hasn't made them any less determined to recruit you. After all you did with commanding the courageous, it's no wonder you're so in demand.
I don't know. I don't think I did anything special, really. Still, I feel like it'd be best in the long run for me to see the world from a variety of different perspectives. I don't know what path I'll choose, but I want to step onto it with a firm decision on how things should be. I think that's the best thing I can do for this country's future. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic there, though.
Not at all. After how much you've done for this academy, I can only imagine how much you could do for this country. Just try not to overwork yourself, okay? We're with you all the way, but we will always worry, you know?
Thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. What was it that made you come here? I mean, I'm happy you did, but...
Oh, I'd completely forgotten too. I just came to ask if there was anything I could do to help tomorrow, seeing as it's another free day.
But... you've only just come back. And besides, tomorrow's your
That's all the more reason I want to spend tomorrow's free day the same way I spent all of the others. It wouldn't feel like our final free day is Class 7 if it were any different.
Well, if you say so. Okay. I do have a few things in mind, so I'll just drop them into your mailbox in the dorm like I always do. And thanks for offering.
Hey guys, this is great to run into you here. Yeah, crazy coincidence, huh? Are you heading back to the dormitory too? That was the idea. And then we'll all head back together then. I've now seen the clouds at this start to bloom. Yeah, I know. You said earlier they'd be in the bloom in a week, but I'm thinking I'll be closer to the end of the month personally. Just in time for the welcoming ceremony. New students will be able to begin their academic lives here, surrounded by the Ladino flowers. It's just read that. How wonderful. You all know each other since your first day here, right? That's right. Nobody else started partway through the year like you did. Back then, I never could have imagined we'd get along this well. We got off to the kind of a rocky start. You're telling me, especially Marcus and Eustace. For what it's worth, I do regret the way I behaved back then. It's not exactly something I'm terribly proud of. Oh, think nothing of it. Immaturity makes fools of even the best of us, don't at times. Thanks, I thought... Hold on. What is that expression? You weren't exactly standing on the moral high ground either. Did you not hear me say the best of us? So... Oh, it was hell... all of us in the time, but this is a fun memory now. I suppose the same could be said about you and Reen, little incident at the start of the year, couldn't it? Just had to bring it up, didn't you? You didn't see this coming. Ooh, little incidents are my favorite. Tell me! Well? Don't you dare! She's the last person who needs to know. Our first day really was full of surprises. You'd imagine too many teachers welcome their students by dropping them through a hole in the floor. Even without having to fight gargoyle on the way out, but it's a pretty memorable start of the year. And gargoyle proved to be quite the opponent too. I'll say, when we finally managed to pull together and defeat it, she just casually drops in like nothing happened. It's like she was lying in wait the whole time, watching and waiting for her chance to strike. That's exactly what she was doing. Too as exhausting and unusual as it was. That's how our class began. Pretty sure the bird didn't know all our memories at this point. How could it not be? How could it not be? Fair enough. I have no doubt about that. Even so, I'm sure that one of the memories that carries the kid into the future. Aw, now you've got me all jealous. Now it's my turn to do something crazy and make some super memorable memories too. Don't you dare! I dread to imagine what she is thinking when she says something like that. On a hopefully unrelated note, what you're gonna do for dinner tonight? I only planned on getting something over at Percy's, but anyone has any better ideas? I think maybe we could even make something for ourselves. If we divide up the work between us, I'm sure that our meal will have quite a bit of variety too. That sounds nice. Because we're in danger of getting rusty too. Well, unless everyone has what they need already, I think it's time to split up. We've really got a lot to buy, so...
That won't be necessary.
Oh, my favorite line in the video game.
Huh? Sharon?
What reason could you possibly have for being here?
The
chairman gave me her permission to return to my former position as your dormitory's caretaker, which means I am here to serve you all once more. There may only be a short time left until the end of the year, but I'll make sure you want for nothing during it. I've already started preparing your evening meal, so there's no need to go out and buy anything.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm fine with this.
We will gladly accept your offer.
Sharon's cooking's better than whatever grub we could rustle up together anyway.
How do you manage to get permission from Mother in the first place, though? Weren't you helping to rebuild the Rhineford group? I thought the company was getting so many orders in, it was struggling to keep up. Now that Master Gwyn has returned to the company, everything is back in order. He and the chairman have been speeding through one task after another since he got back.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So the former and current chairman make quite a team, I see.
Yeah, if they actually collaborate.
Boy, I'm starving. Wouldn't mind a drink either. With the weather getting warmer, it's just about time for peak beer season. Huh? What are you guys all gathered out here for?
Blah blah.
Why are you here? It's a pleasure to see you too, Lady Sarah. I brought a bountiful supply of smoked oysters and sardines if you'd like a snack to accompany your beer. Would you like them alongside your dinner?
Damn it. Yes.
I'm surprised she can just walk around in public like this. You know, considering her affiliation.
I'm guessing there's some sort of agreement in place between Rhineford and the government to leave her alone. Though, even if there weren't, I can't imagine anything would be able to stop Sharon from doing what she wants.
Dun.
Whew, I think I might have eaten too much. It's been so long since we last had Sharon's cooking. She hasn't lost her touch. None of it feels heavy on my stomach at all. Well, that's all my work done for the day. Maybe I should go see how everyone else is doing.
You can explore Class 7 Storm on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Ring's room. I think that's what I will be doing to the rest of this stream. We'll just talk to everyone, and then after that we'll end the stream. I know it's a bit of a short stream, but it just need to get a little bit into it again.
Hey, Elliot. Taking care of your violin?
Yeah, it's taken care of me over the past year, so why not return the favor? I'm actually planning on giving a few of them to the Academy before I go, just to make sure next year's first years have something to practice with.
That's really generous, and sure to make a lot of people happy. And you'll finally be heading off to a music academy, just like you always wanted. I bet they'll push you pretty hard over there, too.
I don't doubt it. I'm going to need to be all music all the time if I want to stand a chance at keeping up. Though, to be honest, after all the time I've spent here, I don't really want my life to be completely about music. I love it, obviously, but to be a balanced person, I want to have a bit more variety in my life, like I had here at the Academy. For one thing, I don't want to get too rusty with my orbital staff.
Good to hear. I hope everything works out for you.
Thanks. Me too. No, it's nothing. Either way, Heimdall and Trista are really close, so don't be a stranger, okay? I know you're gonna have tons of work to get through between your classes and your missions, but...
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to see each other. There's still a ton of Heimdall I haven't seen, too. You'll have to show me around next time I make it over there.
You bet.
Leona and my friends are over at the Music Academy. Really helped me out with the work I need to do to enroll there. It would be great to practice with them again. Between tomorrow's flea market and the chance to play with my old friends, I've got to make sure I am up to snuff.
Hey, Machias! Working...
I'll stop you right there. Of course I'm hard at work. Just look at the size of this book. If I can't internalize as much of it as possible while I'm here, I'm doomed to failure from the start.
And this is one of your new textbooks? Man, Heimdall's political academies don't mess around, do they? You'll be the youngest person there, right?
Most likely. I'd normally need to have graduated from Thor's with a bit more experience under my belt to have gotten in. There are a few Thor's grads there already, though. They take some every year. And as you might imagine, the recent political upheaval has the place swarming with applicants this year. The entrance exam was hard enough on its own, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can't say I envy you. Still, I know you're going to be just fine. You're so smart that you can handle any subject they throw at you. Growing up with your dad should give you a leg up on the politics, too.
Yeah, no pressure there. Honestly, there are times when I think diving into things head first like this is a giant mistake.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just... I know we're probably going to both be really busy with our own lives come spring, but let's make time to have lunch together once in a while or something, okay? Studying is all well and good, but even I need a change of pace every now and again.
I think that can be arranged. The train from here to Heimdall only takes a half hour.
Then it's a date.
I'm still amazed I managed to get into the academy in the first place. I applied expecting to fail, to be honest, but getting in at all is a blessing. So I'm going to work as hard as I can to make the most out of it. Of course, I'm not the only one who will swim next year. Both of us will have to be careful not to burn ourselves out.
Are you finishing up your painting, guys?
Yeah, this is my last one. I want to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it before declaring it finished.
That's understandable.
You're going to keep painting once you're back at home, though, right?
Well, I don't know how much time I'll have to set aside for it, but I intend to keep working on it, bit by bit. There's growing reason for concern in Calvert to the east of the Highlands. But all in all, things are more peaceful now than they were. I should be able to focus on painting my magnum opus.
Oh, is it going to be of Nord? If anyone can make a masterpiece of the Highlands, it'd be you.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea. But actually, I was intending to paint a picture of the Academy, its students, and the courageous.
You mean...
Now you're getting it. I want to capture the day we liberated the Academy. And once I've finished it, I fully intend to return to Erebonia with it in hand. What better way to forever memorialize this place as my second homeland?
Man, you really are amazing. Well, if you ever need reference materials, you know who to call. I can get pictures of anything you might need and send them over. I know you're talented, but that's a lot to paint off of just your memory.
I'd appreciate that.
I'll be taking this painting back home with me once it's done, if there's anything to see at all. Oh, it would be nice to have a tangible memento of my time at the Academy. And I hope it'll give everyone back home the courage they need to keep going. We're taking this painting... No.
Something on your mind, Eustace?
For the first time in a long time, no. I'm just taking a short break. Looking over an endless sea of documents can be rather tiring on the eyes.
I can imagine that.
Oh, are those the tax reports you mentioned?
Ordinarily, this would be my father's work, but His Majesty has yet to decide his fate. Rufus hasn't so much as glanced in Berea Hard's direction since he took his new job in Crossbell either. As such, the task falls to me.
Man, I knew everyone in our class had it pretty rough right now. You've got it roughest, no contest.
If my ego had its way, I would boast that filling in for my father is a simple and mundane task. But on top of the paperwork, I'll need to manage the provincial army and oversee the province as a whole. Then there's the matter of keeping the most stubborn of the nobility in check. I don't expect the first 6 months to be pleasant.
The fact that you're already thinking 6 months ahead is pretty impressive as it is. Standing in for Duke Alperea like that must take some real confidence. I know you'll manage, though.
That much is obvious.
What is it?
It's nothing. In the days to come, more people will be relying on you than ever before. But no matter who does so or what they ask, do not lose your pride as a noble. Act independently, your head held high. Maintain your pride and your autonomy, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I promise I will.
I'll hold you to that.
We'll sure be trying at least. The first 6 months back in Berea Hard will likely be entirely consumed by work. While I do have some trepidations about fulfilling my father and brother's duties, I have no choice but to try. I am a son of House of Berea after all. No one here. Sharon? Sharon is here. She voiced?
Oh, good evening, Master Reen. I thought you had already retired for the evening. How would you like for me to put together some supper?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I've eaten more than I should have as it is. Your cooking really is delicious, Sharon. I was starting to miss it after not having it for so long.
It was my pleasure to cook for all of you again, so I pulled out all the stops with this one. Seeing all of you happily indulging my handiwork always makes every second of preparation worth it. Is something the matter, Master Reen?
Oh, I was just thinking about how you haven't changed a bit.
I'm not sure it's my place to ask, but is everything alright over at Ouroboros? I can't help but wonder after how things turned out. Vita seems really shocked.
I'm afraid I haven't a clue. No word of what's been happening in the society has reached my ears since then. I have no idea where the second Anguis is now. Nor do I know what happened regarding the Phantasmal Blaze plan after the Chancellor declared he was taking it over. And quite frankly, none of it is my concern. The answers won't change who I am, and it won't suddenly cause me to shift priorities. I am and always will be a proud maid of the Reinford family. Not because of the freedom we enforcers are granted, but because that is simply who I am. Much like how you being the Ashen Chevalier doesn't change how you are also a proud member of Class 7.
I suppose you're right.
And no matter what happens to you in the future, never lose sight of who you really are. It's almost time for me to return to Ruhr, but should you ever need me again, I will gladly rush to your side. Naturally, that includes your relationship with Lady Elisa. I'll be rooting for the two of you.
I should have known. Still, thank you. I'm glad you can stay here for a while longer.
No matter what may happen, never lose sight of who you really are. Please know that I'll always support you however, no matter how far apart our life takes us.
What's up, Milliam?
Oh, hey, Reen. It's nothing. I just feel kinda down.
Down?
Yeah. I was just thinking about how everyone was at dinner time. Sharon's food was really nice, and we all seemed like we were having a good time. But I don't know. It was weird, like we were all upset but didn't want to let it show. It's been bugging me.
Oh, so that's why. You really have grown so much these past few months. And not just mentally. I think you've gotten a little taller too.
Maybe. About 2 rage or so? Judging by my specs, I'm not gonna get much taller than this, though. I'm Mini Milliam forever and ever. But you never know. Maybe I'll grow up to have boobies so big, I can use them as a shelf like Emma's. Something wrong?
Nah, not really. So, you've got a new mission starting next month, right?
Yep, I've gotta go see how things are over out west. Duke Cayenne's been arrested, but it sounds like things are still pretty nuts over there. Oh, but guess what? I might get to go out to Liberal and Rimiferia soon.
What is it with you and blabbing classified information? Well, whatever. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself. Be sure to keep in touch. I'll always be right there when you need me, okay?
Righto, I promise. That goes double for you, mister. If you need me to bust you out of a jam, just say the word.
I'm probably gonna be really busy with all my intelligence division work once we're done here, but I'll never be too busy to help you out if you wind up in trouble. So, there's no need to feel lonely, okay?
Something on your mind, instructor?
You could say that. I've been mulling over how things are gonna be come next month, but all this soul searching's giving me a headache.
Well, it'll probably feel strange being back with the guild for the first time in 2 years. And I bet they'll be glad to have you back. Things are probably going to be rough over there, even with you taking up the bracer life again.
No doubts there. I can already see plenty of traveling abroad in my future after what happened over in Crossbow. And I imagine it'll keep getting harder and harder for us bracers to operate here, too. What's with that sad puppy look? There's no reason for you to feel ashamed of what you've chosen to do. I'm proud to have a student like you who can stand up and make the tough choices life thrusts on us.
Thanks, instructor. I'll try to just grin and bear it for now.
Attaboy. Sticking it out through the hard times with a smile will put you on the fast track to becoming a great man. Just make sure you don't try to shoulder too much. All that'll do is turn you into a jaded grump. Everything in moderation, okay?
Thanks. I haven't joined the intelligence division, and I have no plans to. I'm gonna keep responding to their requests, but only if I'm comfortable doing what they're asking. And I can promise you, I'll never do anything that would put me in conflict with the guild or put innocents' lives at risk. I don't know what the future will bring for me, but that's the creed I want to stand by.
I know. Don't worry. No matter what happens, you'll always be my student. So go out there, live your life, and grow into such a heartthrob that I won't be able to take my eyes off you.
Well, I'll try.
I'm sure curious about what kind of man you have become in a couple of years. That's one of those questions that only time will answer, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Anyway, you chose your path now. All that's left is to walk in and see where it takes you.
What are you looking at, Laura?
It's you, Reen. I'll show you.
Oh, you and Monica got a picture taken together? You both look so happy in it, too.
That we do. Someone in the photography club kindly offered to take it for us. I thought it would make a fine souvenir of my time at the academy to take away with me.
My mirror's on that being Rex. Oh well, it's a nice photo, and he got permission. For once. I never expected you and Monica would get so close. Between her and Fee, you kind of have a knack for becoming the best of friends with the ones you bump heads with first.
Please don't say that. I'm truly grateful to both of them for broadening my horizons. Meeting them enriched my life in ways I could have never pictured before. Truly, coming to this academy was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I didn't realize we'd made such a big impact on you.
Well, you did. And don't mind me, I'm just feeling a little emotional. This isn't like me at all now, is it? There's no harm in a few tears, I suppose.
Fair enough.
This will be my last time I can relax before my training, after all.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much rest in with the training you've got lined up.
I won't be learning the Xseed School's advanced techniques with training any less intense. I have no idea where we'll be conducting said training, but it will no doubt be as perilous as it will be dangerous.
I had to spend a month in the Isengard range as part of mine. I don't think a month's going to cut it with what you're doing, though. It goes way beyond your average techniques.
Indeed. I'm anticipating that it will take at least half a year, if not more. Father's going to be with me. But with things as difficult as they are, part of me feels guilty for taking up his time.
I don't know about that. I think him agreeing to train with you shows how much faith he has in your potential. Besides, in a lot of ways, this might be the best time to do it.
That is very true.
What's wrong?
Nothing at all. Regardless, I'd love to come and visit you should the opportunity present itself. And if it does, I'd like to formally request a duel with you to test how much the two of us have grown.
Let's not kid ourselves. We both know who's going to win that duel. But your invitation is all the motivation I need to get plenty of training in myself. Can't have you beating me too badly.
I hope you will.
I don't have a single regret about attending this academy. No matter how hard the training before me may be, I'm sure I'll be able to pull through. Especially with the lessons I learned here guiding me through.
Emma? What are you doing?
Oh, hi there, Reen. Well, Dorothy and I decided that we're gonna put together one final collection of stories as a club. Since then, I've been working on a story for the students who will join the club next year.
Oh, that sounds neat. Wait, if Dorothy's involved...
Oh no.
The content is totally appropriate for children of all ages, I assure you.
Good.
Admittedly, Dorothy's own story sounds like it'll have a few of her favorite literary elements, but all in moderation, she assured.
Not that I'm one to judge. What kind of story are you writing?
It's supposed to be a fairy tale. I can't pretend it's 100% original, though. I borrowed some elements from a story I heard as a child. It's going to star a golden unicorn and a pure-hearted maiden, or at least that's the plan.
Sounds interesting. Can I give it a read when you're done? I'll still be here next year, so if I see any first years who seem like they'd enjoy it, I'll recommend it to them.
I have to confess, I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone see it, but the whole point of a story is to be read.
Something wrong?
No, not at all. I'm sure you and Valimar will be just fine without my help now. Still, if you do need anything, don't hesitate to get in touch. It may take some time to contact me, though. You'll need to use a method that isn't exactly conventional.
Yeah, I could have guessed as much. I mean, I theoretically get how to use runes to communicate since you told me, but I have no idea how it actually works.
I'd be shocked if you did. It's pretty far removed from the orbital technology you're used to. It has its benefits, though. For one, you'll be able to reach me no matter where I might be. So don't ever hesitate to drop me a line if you need my assistance. I'd always be happy to hear from you.
Alright, I'm sure I'll give you a ring. Or a rune, I guess. I hope you end up being able to find Vita, too.
Thank you.
No matter where my search for Vita takes me, I'll always be a member of Class 7. Leaving the academy won't change that. So, if you ever need my help, I'll do everything I can to be there for you. And, when my story is finished, I'll have to let you read it.
Are those seeds you got there?
Yep, Adel gave them to me. They all came from the plants we grew in the gardening club. I'm just looking at what kinds there are here.
Really? That's really nice of her. It's kind of like you can take everything you've achieved over the past year with you.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to join a club until Adel found me relaxing and invited me. But I guess it wasn't so bad.
Don't you worry. I'll be sure to check on the gardening club every once in a while just to see how things are going. It would be a shame if all the plants you've spent so long looking after were to wither and die.
It doesn't matter. Even if they do, they'll eventually bloom again somewhere else. Kind of like us.
When you put it that way, I suppose you're right. What's wrong?
Nothing. This one and this one should be okay too.
We gave Reen a handful of seeds.
What are these for?
They're the easiest ones to look after. You can try raising them if you want. Don't worry if they wilt or anything, though. When I've found the others from Zephyr, I'll come back and check if they're still blooming. If they are, you get a pat on the head.
Hey, I thought the head rubbing was my job. But I'll give it my best shot.
My time with Class 7 has been really fun. The gardening club too. I only ended up coming here because Sarah forced me, but I'm glad she did. I don't even want to picture where my life would be if I hadn't.
Feeling sad about leaving the lacrosse club behind?
Yeah, I was really into it by the end. I think it'll make for some wonderful memories to look back fondly on in the years to come.
I can imagine. Does that mean you're not going to keep up with lacrosse in Ruhr?
I don't think I'll be able to. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any local teams I could join. And even if there were, I doubt I'd have the time for sports. Just thinking about how busy I'll be makes my head spin. No, scratch that. Being busy is all the more reason I need to make time for exercise.
Yeah, good luck with that. Helping out with the Rhineford group sounds like a recipe for one all-nighter after another.
Not just yet, actually. I won't be helping until Grandfather shows me the ropes. As I am now, I doubt I'll be able to do much at all in the way of rebuilding the company. But you can bet I'll leave Mother speechless with how much progress I've made in a year's time.
I'm sure you can if you put your mind to it. And I know Sharon will always be willing to help you out if you need her.
She probably would, but then she'd just tell everything she did to Mother.
Elisa!
I don't really care what happens to the Rhineford group. I don't even want to go back to Ruhr. All I want to do is stay here with you.
Elisa, we've talked about this. The best thing for the two of us now is to go our separate ways. You only get one life, so you've got to make the most of it. You shouldn't feel obligated to give that up for someone else's sake. That's as true for us as it is for the rest of our classmates.
I know, I just hate that it has to be this way. But with half the company's directors now gone, the group is now much weaker than it was before. Everyone's saying we should be making more weapons than ever, but the company is in no position to do something like that. Mother and Grandfather might be skilled, but even they aren't skilled enough to go against the changing times. As their family, I feel like I should be right there supporting them. No, scratch that again. It's not because I feel like I have to. I want to support them.
And that's what you should do. Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. Even if we're apart, I'll always be thinking of you. Not a single day will pass where I won't be thinking about that sweet, hard-working girl I fell in love with.
Oh, Reen, that's so sweet.
Aww, cuteness. There's a reason I wanted to end it on the Lisa scene.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. I'm really happy, though.
Me too. Still, let's make the most of our free day tomorrow. It's the last one we'll ever have as a class. The last thing any of us want to do is end it with regrets.
Yeah, you're right. I'll probably spend most of it with the lacrosse club while you're out helping the student council. But I want it to be something we'll always remember.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm sure it'll be tough for at first, but I'm going to try to make a real difference in the group. Besides, it will give me a chance to show Mom up, so how could I refuse? Let's make the most of our last free day. And, hopefully, we'll get to spend a little more time together too. I'm sure to make that happen. Well, we'll sure be able to, but that is something to do next stream. For now, we're going to somehow we're going to save on our second last save slot. And in the next stream on Wednesday, I'll be back to continue the epilogue. Thank you all for watching this relatively short stream for my doing, but I hope to see you all next time when we continue the Trails of Coldsteel 2 epilogue. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye, everybody.